Good evening from Tokyo, Japan, and good morning to most of the attendees here. Welcome to Exavida's earnings call for the third quarter of the fiscal year ending March 2023. This is Koichi Kawai, Executive Officer, Head of President's Office, and Deputy General Manager of Corporate Management at Exavidas. With me on the call today are Ko Ishiyama, Representative Director and President, Hirotsuna Fujiwara, Executive Officer in charge of Corporate Management, and Hikaru Koyama, Head of IR Department. After the market closed today in Japan time, we issued a press release and presentation with details regarding our third quarter results, as well as supplemental data sheets and FAQs, both of which can be accessed on the IR section of our official website. Please note that this meeting is also being recorded and will be posted on IR's website at a later date. During today's call, we will make statements relating to our business that may be considered forward-looking, and this statement reflects our views only as of today and should not be considered representative of our views as in any subsequent date. We disclaim any obligation to update any forward-looking statement or outlook. With that, I would like to introduce today's schedule. Today, Mr. Ishiyama and I will begin by explaining the executive summary by third quarter, overview progress of the business segment, and revised forecast of consolidated financial results for the fiscal year ending this year, follow the presented material. After the presentation, we will have a Q&A session until 11 p.m. Japan time. With that, let me turn the call over to Mr. Ishiyama. Mr. Ishiyama, please.
Thank you, Kawai-san, and hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. And this is Ko Ishiyama, Representative Director and President of Exavidas. I'm pleased to give you a briefing on the results of third quarter of the fiscal year ending March 2023. And before I start the presentation, let me strongly articulate that although some individual companies have been reducing the size of their projects, the AI market as a whole is still huge with strong demand. We continue to see strong overall demand for AI and digital transformation utilization with increased attention on large language model like ChatGPT, which I will comment more in the later part of the presentation. Well, this is a table of content for today's presentation. First, I will provide a summary of third quarter financial results and an overview of consolidated results, followed by an overview of the AI platform and AI product segments and their performance. Finally, I will explain our revised forecast for the fiscal year ending March 2023. Now let me start with the executive summary of third quarter of the fiscal year ending March 2023. Third quarter cumulative sales were 4,008 million yen, plus 21.9% year-on-year, while third quarter 3-month basis sales were 1,385 million yen, plus 5.3% year-on-year, maintaining a growth. Third quarter 3-month basis operating profit were minus 138 million yen, minus 110 million year-on-year. Revised full year forecast due to lower than expected third quarter sales and operating profit results for the AI platform, and the prospect of difficulty in covering up from the current progress in fourth quarter, as well as the expected extraordinary income from the transfer of the Carew's Hanasto business. And for AI platform segment, third quarter cumulative sales were 3,460 million yen, plus 20.8% year-on-year. Third quarter 3-month basis sales were 1,159 million yen, plus 2.8% year-on-year, lower than expected due to project downsizing at some large clients in the current period. Second quarter cumulative sales to long-term clients remained high at 2,083 million yen, 74.7% of sales. Third quarter cumulative operating margin was 6.4%, 14.0% in the same period last year, with cumulative sales being below expectations, while the profit margin declined due to higher personnel costs resulting from the increase in headcount compared to last year, 8.1% in second quarter. Third quarter cumulative sales were 547 million yen, plus 29.1% year-on-year. And third quarter 3-month basis sales were 226 million yen, plus 20.5% year-on-year, in line with expectations. Third quarter cumulative sales were 46.8% for the total of AI products, excluding physically nursing care training. The company ExaWizards considers investing in Care Connect Japan, with which it has business alliance and resolves to transfer the business of Care with Hanasto. ExaWizards develops new areas of care, deepens cooperation with Care Connect Japan, which has strengths in the care documentation, and supports the management of care facilities together. Next is the summary of the financial results page. This section contains key figures for the current fiscal year. We will explain them individually later. Next page is the summary of financial results of third quarter of the fiscal year ending March 2023. I will explain consolidated sales and operating income for the cumulative third quarter period. Cumulative sales for the period continued to grow plus 21.9% year-on-year, and operating loss was 425 million yen due to year-on-year increases in personnel costs. Next, I will discuss consolidated sales and operating income on the third quarter 3-month basis. Sales for the period on a quarterly basis grew up approximately 5.3%. There was an operating loss of 138 million yen, mainly due to the AI platform segment's performance. This page shows the entire consolidated P&L. In this fiscal year, we recovered extraordinary income from the sale of some of our business in the first quarter. In addition, from the fiscal year, we have started to apply the Japanese group relief system. This is consolidated balance sheet. In the current period, there will be no significant change from the end of the fiscal year ending March 2023. Now I'd like on to Mr. Kawai for the segment overview. Mr. Kawai.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ishiyama. Then we would like to continue with an explanation and overview and progress of the business segment. Our mission is solving social issues through artificial intelligence for future generations. And we're solving social issues by providing AI machine learning-based platform into industrial issues while accumulating algorithms to pursue scalability. We have two business segments called AI Platform for enterprises and AI Projects for various SMBs, enterprise, and individuals. And the core strengths being accumulation of these innovative algorithms and data sets from various verticals and domains. Currently, the AI platform business accounts for 86% of our revenue. Through solving the problems of CXO in large enterprises, our scale of the project is becoming larger and larger. Please understand that AI platform will be the driver of the growth for the short to mid-term, and AI products to be a long-term driver for the future. The following is a summary of sales and earnings by segments for the third quarter. On the top right-hand side, the cumulative sales in the AI platform business totaled 3460 million yen, up approximately 21%, while making around 60% GP margin. On the bottom right-hand side, the cumulative sales in the AI product segments totaled 547 million yen, up about 29%, and also continue to grow. As the revenue scale, the GP margin gradually is improving to 36.1%. Now we will go over to our AI platform business overview. And here's an overview of our AI platform business. As explained from below, 42% of our employees are currently strategic consultants, and they work as an in-house consultants to solve client CXO's issues. Specifically, they work on high-level management issues, such as how to improve KPIs set out in the medium to long-term plan, by when and to by what extent. And the middle part is a mechanism that increases our gross profit margin. We have already applied for more than 191 patents, and we are able to offer high pricing through an algorithm that only we can provide, and our GP margin to be increased. And in addition, 45% of the company's engineers who participate from 19 countries maintain Exabase in highly reusable form. This makes it possible to work on similar projects while keeping the utilization rate of the engineer low and increasing productivity. The top part is a mechanism that promotes continuous usage. We are not only providing AI algorithms, but we also have strong UI and UX team, so we can provide AI with UI and UX as software that is easy to use in the field. Also in 2021, we acquired a company called Xware to provide machine learning operation, which is a foundation for updating machine learning on a daily basis while embedding into client systems. In combination with our ongoing development of Exabase Studio, we can promote continuous use by providing an environment where the enterprise users can run their own AI applications. In this way, we are able to achieve high GP margin while maintaining the retention rate. One of the reasons why we are able to gain market share is that each vendor provides a specific function to solve CXO's issues, while we have all the capabilities to tackle their issues in integrated manner and improving KPIs in a performance-oriented manner. The key points of the differentiation is that while other companies use functional delivery, we focus on the result delivery. And it is also important to note that our company's clients are multi-sector and that we are capable of multimodal technology as we are growing horizontally. We assume that we're the only multimodal, multi-sector AI company in Japan and believe that that way we create our business differentiated from other companies. We have applied for 191 patents and have been granted 85 patents already, with a large number of patent libraries in-house. And this slide that we have been showing you every time is explaining the current status of our AI platform business and what we're aiming in the future. We have achieved the left-hand side, the accumulation of the technological assets in Exabase through tailor-made projects. And now we're transforming the business model by leveraging the technology assets accumulated in the Exabase. In the third stage, in addition to horizontal development of AI components, the use of Exabase Studio will spread and clients will be able to self-develop and may we charge for the use of the platform. Through the Exabase and Exabase Studio and platform as a service model, this does not depend on personal utilization, and hybrid model of the PaaS and FTE will expand. And I will explain the performance of the AI platform business. Here are the results for the third quarter cumulative period. First, sales totaled 3460 million yen, while maintaining a growth rate of approximately 21% year-on-year. And operating income was 221 million yen and below expectation. And let me explain our quarterly performance here. First of all, the sales totaled 1,159 million yen, a growth of about 2.8% year-on-year. In comparison with the internal plan, the sales and operating income are lower than expectation due to reduction in project at some large clients and an increase in personal expense. And I would like to explain about long-term clients in the AI platform business. In the third quarter of this fiscal year, the sales from the long-term clients totaled 3460 million yen, or about 75% of total sales, a significant increase in both value and percentage compared to the same period last year. On the other hand, the gross amount of other clients, which is similar to new client sales, are secured stably, and we are making good progress in developing the segment for the future growth. And from now on, let me introduce the case of the AI platform business with some updates. First, we have announced a business alliance with Idemitsu, one of the largest energy and petroleum company that has 6,200 gas stations all over Japan, to join the address Smart Yorozuya, the one-stop shop concept, and business productivity improvement through digital transformation, and their human resource development as part of Idemitsu's midterm management plan for 2050. As shown in the lower right-hand corner of the slide, they've also acquired our shares in connection with the business alliance. And this type of scheme has now begun with Idemitsu. And next is the healthcare sector, with the pharmaceutical companies such as AstraZeneca, Astellas, and Daiichi Sankyo. We're not only providing AI algorithms, but also working together on one of their huge projects by literally implementing large applications with our AI algorithm built in, as shown in the case study. On the bottom left, these efforts are extending beyond the pharmaceutical industry into other areas, such as Zenplace, Japan's #1 Pilates studio, by expanding our capability into B2B2C area as well. And next is a financial domain. We are expanding the use of Excel-based corporate search, which has been used by security firm, M&A boutique companies to regional banks. As shown on the left, the use case of Excel-based by regional banks is progressing as well. And in addition, Mr. Kiyotaka Sasaki, a former member of the Financial Service Agency of the Japanese government and now visiting professor at Hitotsubashi University, a graduate school of business administration, has been appointed as our advisor to our company. We are beginning to enter new areas to further expand the fintech and regtech area, with Mr. Sasaki has his domain knowledge. And here's an example of robotics. We are working together with JAXA, a Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, which is very similar to the NASA in the US. The idea is that robots will automate the space crew's workload at real space crew base, as seen in the movie and stuff. And this is proving an example of our uniqueness in robotics. And we are also working with Kawada Robotics, shown on the right side of the slide, to reduce the time required for the entire weighing process by as much as 30%. Also, in our recruitment strategy centered on AI platform business, we are currently making considerable progress in hiring new graduates. In this context, we're holding an event called X Wizards Academia. Actually, we've been hosting this event from October to December last year, and approximately 800 students all over Japan and young professionals attended these events. And this time, by tailoring Generation Z entrepreneurs challenging to solve social issues with technology, we're proud to invite CEO Mr. Ogawa of Taimi, Mr. Yamauchi of Yamauchi No. 10 Family Office, and Mr. Watanabe, the CEO of Startle Lab, to the event. They're one of the most famous young business professionals leading the Japanese business scene. Through events such as this, we will continue to strengthen our recruitment of young talent, especially new graduates. And now I will move on to the AI product segments. First, let me talk about the business environment of the AI products business. In the AI products business, as Japan's facing a demographic turning point ahead of the rest of the world. We're providing our own AI products to enhance efficiency for senior nursing care and workplaces. And we will jump into the details of the product next page. We have launched several DX and social AI products. On the left-hand side, the X-based DX assessment and learning is a flagship product like MBTI in the US. And it is said Japan needs another 430,000 IT professionals, and our economic loss will be huge. And this product is helpful to address these social issues with its assessment and learning services. And we are now serving to more than 800 companies in Japan. And right-hand side, Care with Hanasto, which means just by talking, is a flagship social AI product, is a voice input app, which caregiver keep a record of nursing care just by talking. And this enables them to shorten their working time by 40 minutes per day, which we will discuss later again. And I will now explain the performance of the AI product segment. Here are the results for the third quarter cumulative period. Sales totaled 547 million yen, a year-on-year growth of 29%. On the other hand, operating loss improved by 111 million yen, and we're making efforts to optimize operating expense at the same time as promoting business, resulting in a steady improvement. And the following is a quarterly trend. The sales grew by approximately 20%, which is a steady development. And operating income improved by 47 million yen, due not only to a sales growth, but also the efforts to optimize cost, as explained in the previous sections. And the following is an explanation of a breakdown of sales in the AI products segment. Since we have transferred the business, physical nursing care training of the other part in the first quarter, looking at the growth of just two areas that we're currently focusing on, the social AI and DX AI, the sales growth rate is high as 46.8%. And let me mention a couple of the case study in the DX AI products. The X-based DX assessment and learning, one of the fastest growing AI product, is increasingly being implemented in the all company-wide at large corporate Japanese corporates. We have begun to provide a case where the entire process of defining human resource requirements, also visualizing skill levels, and training is implemented in a single step, such as a company-wide implementation for left-hand side, 6,500 employees at SBI Shinsei Bank Group, and also right-hand side, implementation for 1,000 all group companies at Chubu International Airport. And we're also accelerating this company-wide implementation of the system. And as we've hosted Excel Wizards Collaboration Day end of last year, and we have received very positive feedback from Sapporo Holdings, which already has implemented the system for all the 4,000 employees into their corporates, such as sharing internal reskilling case studies. Also, I would like to talk about the collaboration with Udemy Business, which Benesse Corporation, Japan's one of the largest education service company, works as a distributor in the Japanese market, which I mentioned at the last financial results meeting. We have started a recommend appropriate contents from more than 8,000 contents that Udemy provides based on the result of our assessments taken at EXA-based DX and assessment learning. And the test has been very well received, with the 70% of the users requesting to continue taking the course, and the active user rate is very high here as well. So the collaboration between Udemy and Benesse together with ExaWizards is progressing rapidly. And I would like to also explain the progress in the nudging care field. Hanasuto is a service that records speech into nudging care kaute by voice recognition automatically. For example, when a staff member at the nudging care home says, Mr. Kawai has finished his breakfast, the service records her or his words directly into the nudging care by voice recognition. And Care Connect Japan, which has already installed the care records in 12,000 care facilities all over Japan, has been our strong business partner in a while. But we're now planning to transfer Hanasuto's business and make a minority investment to them by April 2023. Separately, we have been working together with Yamashita, which has the largest share of the Japanese welfare equipment market in the care domain for some time already, which has been helping our business to grow tremendously. And now our partnership with Care Connect Japan, which has a network to 12,000 facilities and the data sets of care records, will take our strategy a step further. And we're very excited to announce this collaboration with them. And this business transfer is expected to result in the posting of extraordinary income of 280 million yen in the fourth quarter. And specifically with this partnership, Hanasuto will be transferred to Care Connect Japan. However, the partnership between the company, between us and Care Connect Japan will be strengthened, and we will continue to develop Care with series. We will be enhancing the functionality of the Care with series in the future, as there is still a need for variety of AI-related services in the nudging care area. Now, let me turn the slides back to Mr. Ishiyama.
Thank you, Mr. Kawai. Let me now explain the vision of the earnings forecast for the full year ending March 2023. This page explains the factors behind the revision of the earnings forecast. As for sales, in the AI platform segment, the forecast has been revised due to a reduction in the number of projects for some existing large clients. The continued lack of sales from these clients in the current outlook for fourth quarter, and the difficulty in acquiring additional new projects to offset the reduction in the number of projects. On the other hand, AI product segment is performing as planned. And as for operating profit, in the AI platform segment, the sales plan is expected short of the target, while the main expenses such as personnel costs increased due to the headcount rise during the period. Although cost control efforts were made, it is not expected to be enough to compensate for the decline in sales, resulting in a revision of the forecast. On the other hand, AI product segment is on track to meet the plan. And as for ordinary profit, we revised the forecast as operating profit is expected to be lower than originally forecast. And as for net profit attributable to owners of the parent company, extraordinary income of 280 million yen is expected to be recorded as a result of the transfer of the Care with Hanasuto business. For this reason, we revised a forecast taking into account a revised plan and the gain from this transfer. This page is a table explaining the factors and differences in the earnings forecast revision. On this page, we will provide information on our full year financial results. Full year results for the year ending March 2023 to be announced on May 11th. Although we regrettably fell short of our forecast due to the downsizing of projects at large clients, we are steadily implementing our basic strategy of evolving the model from a focus on FTE billing to a focus on pass billing. The following business strategies and the other matters will be explained at the full year result briefing. First, Exabase Studio, a key product that will drive the evolution from FTE-based billing to a pass-based billing model. As shown, development is currently progressing as planned, with a commercial version to be released in the fiscal year ending March 2024. Second, the strategies and initiatives of each businesses, including Exabase assessment and learning, which has been expanding its business. And third, earnings forecast for the fiscal year ending March 2024 and the image of revenue growth, profits, and business investment in subsequent years. And finally, I'd like to explain the relationship of large language model such as ChatGPT to our company's business as they are growing in the market, and we receive many inquiries from the investors. In conclusion, the improvement of services utilizing large language models such as ChatGPT will ultimately improve the value of utilizing the Exabase Studio, which are promoting as our growth strategy. By utilizing the API of large language models such as ChatGPT within Exabase Studio, we are beginning to see a positive impact on the construction of AI application for our clients. For example, as you can see in the first and second bullets on the page, it is possible to combine several of the Exawizard's machine learning APIs with the large language model APIs. In this case, the large language model also needs to be adjusted in various ways, such as fine-tuning and the prompt design. Exawizard's strengths in natural language processing technology has made it possible for us to perform many of these tuning tasks. We will build AI applications by combining other APIs, including user interface, user experience, and the infrastructure construction. And since Exabase Studio works in a way that integrates all of these things, we believe that the appearance of large language models itself will have a very positive impact on our company, Exawizards. I'd like to explain some specific examples within our company. We are currently researching the possibility of providing services that combines Exabase machine learning APIs, large language models, and the image generation AI, which is also an active market, as well as developing services that compare and combine multiple large language models. We have also received various inquiries about whether it is possible to develop services that compare and combine generative and extractive approaches to summarization tasks. By holding workshop in response to these inquiries from clients, we have been also to obtain leads in terms of both of clients and recruits. As you can see, although some individual companies have been reducing the size of their projects, the market as a whole is still huge with strong demand. We will continue to see strong overall demand for AI and the digital transformation utilization, and we aim to contribute to expand sales. Okay, so there are the end of my presentation of the fiscal financial results of third quarter. I will continue to take questions as time permits.